From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
All right, we are here, and it is time for the premier sports betting show with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and this is the Primetime Angles Live, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I hope you're feeling the same. And, man, the NFL schedule came out yesterday, and I know we're all super excited, super anticipating everything that's moving forward here with the NFL season because we got stadiums that weren't even filled up last year that were just magnificent to look at, but now we have the opportunity to go ahead and get into these stadiums. But you know that we're going to have games that are going to showcase bigger than games, even playoff games. And this is one of them right here. Tom Brady versus Bill Belichick. Yeah, it's happening. They should put this game on pay-per-view, honestly. This is going to be nuts. This is going to be a crazy game because I can already see how it's going to be the week of leading up to this game. Everybody's going to say, oh, it's just another game. Oh, it's just another game. Oh, it's just another game. No, it's not. Not at all. Not at all. This is the professor against the student. You know what I mean? It pretty much I think this game will wind up being probably the most hyped game of the season. This has been the most hyped game in decades, actually, too, because the last time we had a game similar to this was and I go with two games. Brett Favre returning to Green Bay to play the Packers. And number two, when the San Francisco 49ers visited the Kansas City Chiefs when they still had Joe Montana. So pretty much there was so much hype that went into those games, but they did not deliver the way that they were supposed to. But at the end of the day, though, it was a great moment, great week. So this will bring a lot of eyes to, sports bettors, a lot of eyes to very fun fans. So I can see people having a party day for this game right here, especially in the Northeast of America as well, and in the Southeast as well, too. So, hey, it is what it is. But what a matchup here. Bill B versus Tom Brady. And boy, oh boy, it's going to be litty. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. Let's talk about SoFi Stadium having the spotlight once again for the second year in a row as the Rams take on the Bears to open the season. Now, this is going to be a lot of fun because we have a lot of people that are going to be excited about being in SoFi for the first time. And you know what? The Chicago Bears will help attract a sellout for this game as well, too, or however many people they do let into the stadium at that point in time. I think we should be good to go by then. But all in all, though, this right here is a very, very fun game in a sense. I think that the Chicago Bears, they have Justin Fields, who's going to be starting in this game, or maybe Andy Dalton. I don't know, but we know that this will be the debut of Matt Stafford. And Matt Stafford is seen as the guy that's going to take the Rams over the top, get the Rams to the Super Bowl, get the Rams where they need to be. But at the end of the day, we got to see. It's a guy only been to the playoffs twice. Goff has went to the playoffs 4 times in his 6-year career. I don't know. I just I don't know. I don't know. In my Rodney Dangerfield voice, I just don't know about this guy. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. I think that the Rams defense is going to be the star of the show on that day. They shut down the Bears last year, and I think that the Bears with Justin Fields here, they're going to have themselves a game. I haven't anticipated a starting rookie in a game for this long in a while. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to wait a while, but the thing is, though, I haven't anticipated a rookie being this good in a while. And, we've had some really good ones, but I think at the end of the day, though, Justin Fields will be good to go in this spot. It's going to be a fun game. Aaron Donald's going to introduce himself a few times. We know the Rams are going to be heavy favorites in this game. I would expect this to be a 6.5 to a 7 when they get to the book, but this could be a early season upset as well too. So I can't wait. I'm building. I can't wait, man. It's like I wish we could start Sunday next week. All right, so let's move on and talk about the Raiders. The Raiders are going to go ahead and get themselves a Monday Night Football opener this year. And you know why? Vegas is just very attractive, and I think the thing is ESPN has a very deep relationship with Vegas as well too over the years. You know, having their ESPN radio in a lot of casinos and things of that nature. You know, they do have a booth in the Westgate, in the Superbook, so they're going to be very into this game. This game could possibly be on ABC as well too. So you guys have to understand the Raiders' whole season might be predicated on how they start in this game. To me, I feel like the Raiders know that they're gambling now because John Gruden is not worth the price of admission. Let's all keep it honest there. John's not a bad coach, but taking 10 years off of coaching did not help. You know what I mean? He's more maybe suited in the role of being an instructor or something of that nature. But Mike Mayock keeps making good moves to keep things looking good for the Raiders. But if you're Mark Davis, how much longer are you going to put up with this? That's my question. You know what I mean? How much longer are you going to go with maybe next year Gruden would get over being 8-8. Maybe next year he'll get over being 7-9. Maybe next year he'll get over being 6-10. The Raiders play good quality football. But the thing is, though, they can't finish. And that's because their defense is always missing something. And their offense gets stagnated because they have so many people that are involved in this with this team that, you know, maybe you might be getting a little too confused at the line. But we'll see how it goes. The silver and black look to be pretty good this season. I think that we'll be able to catch on to some things with them, and I think everything will work out for the Raiders in a sense. And the Raiders know what time it is. They're going to be in a very stacked division this year with the exception of Denver still, you know, looking into the quarterback situation and everything like that. But Denver is a big favorite to land Aaron Rodgers at this point. So if they're to land Aaron Rodgers, as I told Jeff the other day on the show, the AFC West will be the most potent passing division in all of the NFL. So that will be scorched earth for a lot of these secondaries. So we'll see how it goes, see how it shakes out. And you know what? With that, we will be right back, but let's go ahead and check out hatclub.com. You guys go ahead and get your 50% off at hatclub.com. I'm not 50% off. Every time you pay $50 or better, I can go ahead and get you 10% off at the Hat Club. So you guys go ahead and check them on out, www.hatclub.com. We do have the link in the show description, so go ahead and get your 10% off on any $50 order or better. With that, we will be right back with the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles Live.
The Viget app, where social media meets sports betting. Get the latest line movements in all major sports. Track your daily bets, daily contests, the NFL over-under contest that pays out $10K in cash prizes. This is a cutting-edge app that helps betting be easy. Sign up with the reference code POPDBIC and you will be able to watch my daily show, The Primetime Angles, as a resource to building that bankroll. Viget is available in your Apple or Google Store on your iOS or Android. The social sports betting app, Viget.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
All right, we're back with the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles, live with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. And let's go ahead and get into Blue Crew Daily. And the Dodgers last night, they went ahead and tore it up. The Dodgers won the game 7-1 last night, had no issues with the Mariners. And as I said before to Mike yesterday, that this looks like it's going to be a sweep for the Dodgers this week. In this series, it winds up being a quick 2-game series. The Dodgers get the day off today, and they got the Florida Marlins flying into town for the weekend. So the Dodgers should be able to actually take care of the business in this series as well, too. But you don't want to put the horse before the cart. So pretty much we do have to see how things go, see how it shakes out and everything of that nature. But I do like what I see today with the I do like what I see this morning when it comes down to what the Dodgers have done this week. Now, the Dodgers did not have a great weekend with the Angels, but they were able to come back around, get a day off. They got to the Mariners. The Mariners actually had a decent series in Texas. But the thing is, though, the Mariners are a tired team. They've been on the road for a while now. So they're getting ready to go home. And I knew the Dodgers could take advantage of this tired team last night as well, too. And once again, Julio Urias was absolutely exceptional last night, having another really good game. And I think that he's working his way up to the hearts of a lot of Dodger fans as well, too. A lot of people are getting a Julio mania now because, it used to be Fernando mania. Now it's Julio mania. So pretty much when we look at this, we have ourselves a very, very fun pitcher who's going to be able to get people really excited about the Dodgers this season as well, too. He got himself a good win yesterday. He was able to strike out 6 as well, too. Only walked 1 and only gave up 1 run to improve his record to 5-1 on the season. This guy is Dylan, and he's looking to be an all-star this year, and everything he has all the makings to do it as well, too. The Dodgers did well, though, with Matt Beatty getting an RBI last night, and once again, Gavin Lux was huge in this game as well, too. Getting himself another RBI in the 5th inning, and that's when the Dodgers took over this game. Bottom of the 5th, the Dodgers wound up pretty much blowing this game up after being up 2-1 at that point. So when Max Muncy hit a 2-run shot, made it 4-1, and then the Dodgers pretty much rolled from there. They had everything was pretty much unanswered after that, 5 unanswered runs. So the Dodgers, you know what? They enjoy your day off today, and you guys are moving right now. And I think that we're in store for the first Dodger consistent streak of the season, where maybe we'll get double-digit wins in a row without any losses. So we'll see how it goes. This is Blue Crew Daily, and we move forward to the MLB Thursday menu. All right, so we don't have I don't do every game, but I do 6 games for the Primetime Pick 6. So pretty much first up, we're going to talk about the Giants at the Pirates. The Giants at the Pirates is going to wind up being a pretty good one today as well, too. You do have a Giants team that is, guess what, number 1 in the NL West right now. And the Dodgers are over there with that mad face right now. I can't wait to see you. You know what I mean? So pretty much we do have a San Francisco team coming in here minus 165. It's actually dipping down a little bit on the spread as we speak. It's actually dipping up. I'm sorry. It's going to be 160. It's at minus 155 right now. And actually, the Pirates have been bet down to about plus 125. But this will fluctuate as we get to the first pitch. I think when it's all said and done, the Giants will probably go to the window as a minus 170. It all depends on how your book is dictating this game. But we got an over under a 7.5 as well, too. This is something that will probably be on bettors' minds a lot, the over in this game, because you know that San Francisco can score some runs, and we all know that the Pirates have been giving up runs consistently this season, like getting beat 14-1 and things of that nature. So the thing is with this, man, we have ourselves a very, very fun game today. So with that, we'll move on to the A's and the Red Sox. The A's and the Red Sox, this is a good one. The A's have taken the first 2 games of the series, and I really do like where we're going here with the A's today. But I think that pretty much what you have to do in this spot is you got to think about the scoreboard a little bit today. Both these teams have been playing real good baseball. They haven't went over 5 runs yet, but I think today is the explosion day because, you know, at Fenway, it can turn into a hitter's park at any moment in time if you get going. So with that, Oakland A's at the Boston Red Sox tonight. Got a good pitching matchup here, but I think both the guys are going to get tagged a little bit here. So we move on to our next spot, and it's going to be an AL East rivalry game. And, it's going to be between the Rays and the Yankees. And the Rays and the Yankees, they haven't got to any fisticuffs yet because nobody's had a 100-mile-per-hour fastball thrown at their head. But still, it can go down at any time. So the Yankees come into this one still reeling a little bit. The Yankees need to be playing better baseball at some point this season because, it's starting to get it's starting to get tiresome if you're a Yankee fan. They're number 2 right now to Boston. They've won their last 8 out of 10 games as well, too. But the thing is, though, you just don't feel good about the Yankees this year. The Yankees have to make moves. They got James Talon on the mound as well today, too. He's 1-2 on the season, 5.02 ERA on the year as well, 34 strikeouts over 6 walks. The veteran Rich Hill, former Dodger, is going to be dealing today as well, too. He's 1-1 on the season, and he's 5.17 on the ERA, 32 strikeouts over 10 walks. And it looks like we have 2 of the worst hitting teams in the league going at it as well, too, today. So I do feel like we can get some you can get some good bets going on in this game. And you know what? I'm scoreboard watching here, and I think that what's going to happen here is going to be a over bet to the over today, and rightfully so because both guys have ERAs that show that it should be an over on their spot, but usually these wind up going the other way. So we'll see how it goes. Yankees at the Rays, and let's see how it shakes out. We move forward, and let's go ahead and get into our next game. That's going to be this game between the Reds and the Rockies. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be between the holy war between the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. The Rangers coming in here as a plus 165 dog on a day. Astros minus 200. And you know what? In this spot, the Texas Rangers actually have dropped their last 6 out of 22 games. Last 16 out of 22 games against the Astros at home. But the thing is, though, at the end of the day, though, this is a holy war. So pretty much the Rangers, every time they put in a position like this, I've been following this thing for about 5 years. It went vice versa. At first, it was the Rangers who used to dominate, and then the Astros would upset them. Then the Astros got good, and now the Rangers upset them. So I know that it seems like it's risky business here because the Astros are playing great baseball at this point, but I still think the Rangers are playing adequate baseball, and I think that they'll be good enough tonight to get themselves a victory here. So I'm taking them as the dog of the day. So let's see how it goes. Let's move forward from there, and let's go ahead and talk about the Reds and the Rockies at Coors Field. And you know what? You guys go ahead and get yourself that banquet beer as well, too. It's pretty dang tasty. So pretty much we have the Reds at the Rockies. This game right here is already presenting a big run, a big run for the big runs for the over under tonight. But I think what you do here is you play this one smart. You try to pick yourself a winner here as well too. And I really like the way that this is setting up for the. I like the way that this is setting up for the Reds. The Reds need somewhat of a breather, in a sense, when it comes to teams that they've been playing lately, even though that they were, going back and forth with the Pirates and everything like that. The Rockies are absolutely dreadful. I know they did split yesterday and everything like that, but the thing is, this is what it's going to be. I feel like the Reds should be all over this, and they're going to be a little expensive today, but not that expensive. And as you guys know, I think what's going to occur here is that the Rockies will get the late money. So that means to me the Reds should be able to win this game because they're going to overbet the Rockies because they're seeing value here, but there is no value in a team that that's inconsistent like the Rockies. Okay, so pretty much with that, we'll go ahead and we'll move forward to our final game. And our final game of the night is going to be between the Cleveland Indians and the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners coming off of a sweep from the Dodgers, but they're home sweet home to start a 4-game series with the Indians, who had to fly cross country as well too. So this works in the Mariners' advantage, but I don't know if the Mariners win the game, but I think this game stays very close tonight in the Northwest. So I like what I see here. We have an over-under of 7.5. We have the Indians who are a slight favorite at minus 125. And then you have the Mariners who are a slight dog. When they present things like this, they're telling you to go 50-50. But I would suggest that maybe the spread could be your play here as well, too. So with that, let's go ahead and check out another great sponsor that we have here, Paramount Plus. You guys go ahead and use that promo code VSX, and you guys will be able to reap the benefits of having yourself Paramount's greatest content on display all day long. So pretty much, as you guys know, cable is not the big factor for you guys anymore. So if you want to stream some good programming, you guys can watch this stuff 24/7. There's so much stuff on this network. Paramount Plus, check it out. Use the promo code VSX and reap the benefits. All right, so with that, we will be right back. This is the Premier Sports Betting Show, hosted by the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper.
The Viget app, where social media meets sports betting. Get the latest line movements in all major sports. Track your daily bets, daily contests, the NFL over-under contest that pays out $10K in cash prizes. This is a cutting-edge app that helps betting be easy. Sign up with the reference code POPDBIC and you will be able to watch my daily show, The Primetime Angles, as a resource to building that bankroll. Viget is available in your Apple or Google Store on your iOS or Android. The social sports betting app, Viget.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
All right, we're back with the Primetime Angles, the Premier Sports Betting Show, and we are live. So pretty much just over here trying to get the trackers and everything together because I'm updating scores for you guys as well too. The Blue Jays have just went up 7-4, and they are still increasing. It looks like they're going to be up there for a while. They have it's zero. It's actually going to be two guys on base, second and third, and they only have one out in the top of the ninth. So all you bettors that are on the Blue Jays right now, get ready. I hope your closer goes ahead and closes the show for you. Phillies Nationals right now, 5-1. Nationals are up in the top of the eighth. And then also you have a 4-1 lead for the Tigers over the Royals in the top of the seventh. And then the Cardinals are up 1-0, bottom of the fifth, and the Twins and White Sox are going at it as well. White Sox are leading that game right now, 2-0, and the top of the fourth. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about the state. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's talk about the player of the night, Kevin Love. Oh boy, Kevin Love. We got to save Kevin Love, man. Kevin Love, man, I swear, dude. Cleveland really kind of tried to hide the guy, and you understand his frustrations. This is a guy who used to be an NBA elite player. Then he went to being just an NBA superstar. Then when LeBron got there, when LeBron recruited him to Cleveland, he became a high-end role player. As LeBron leaves, they want him to return back to superstar status, but I feel that Kevin Love should have left with LeBron and Kyrie, and you could have built this thing back over again. The Cavs could have had a bevy of picks, but I do understand the thinking of Dan Gilbert when he keeps a Kevin Love because he has to keep the star power of it. And Kevin Love looks really good in the community of Cleveland as well, too, as their star player. So the thing is, I know that this is going to be the last dance with them. So Kevin Love, you went ahead and gave them another great effort, helping them beat this Boston Celtics. Yes, Boston was without Jaylen Brown last night, but still. You have Kevin Love. Kevin Love scores 30 points, gets 14 rebounds, 3 assists. He engineers them to victory to show that he still has it. And we know that he had a little bit of an issue a few weeks back with the end of the game and things like that. And his frustrations kind of boiling over a little bit with the Cavs, but it's okay. help is on the way for Kevin Love. And I know that if you're a top contender in the NBA, he's going to be a focus for these teams, not to give up too much for him, but they will be the Cavs will probably be collecting a first round draft pick for him because he's still worth that. He's still valuable at that. And I say that first round draft pick because that will be a team that will probably be drafting later as well too, to give Cleveland some dynamics and everything like that. So with that, once again, congratulations to the UCLA alumni himself and the Beach Boys' son, Kevin Love. Great job, Kevin. 30 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists. Let's go ahead and get into the State of the Lakers. All right, State of the Lakers is going to work like this today. We had a great game from everybody last night because we did not have our 2 stars. AD had to go ahead and rest some legs, some ankles, some back, some something. And then LeBron just decided not to play. And I don't blame LeBron for not playing because you know what? You're playing against a sorry team like Houston. You don't want to risk anything because these guys are doing absolutely the most to stay on an NBA roster at this point. And that even means maybe hurting LeBron. So pretty much these guys all have to pretty much get their rest in. The Lakers understand that. It looks like they're going to be in a playing game. The Lakers, though, are okay because this is really a chance for the Lakers to understand that this ain't going to be easy this time around. It wasn't easy last time, but the people have to understand the Lakers did not do well when they got to the bubble. The Lakers were already solidified as the 1 seed, so they didn't have to play as hard. This season, they've had LeBron and AD miss over 50 games and once you add it up together. You know what I mean? So, LeBron misses a whole 6 weeks. AD missed 31 games. So the Lakers are a different bunch, but they got off to such a great start that it's not a problem. They're not a horse that's running out of gas. They're a horse that pretty much ran into a good field. And this Western Conference is really good. You have the Warriors sitting here at the 8th seed, chomping at the bit to try to get to the Lakers. But I feel that the Warriors and the Lakers are the most dangerous thing coming in the Western Conference playoffs. Stephen Curry is playing out of his mind right now. LeBron James is going to be fully healthy. AD is going to be fully healthy. These are 2 teams that are going to loom a danger and could possibly be the first 7th and 8th seed to ever play each other in the conference finals. Nobody's thinking about that right now, but you got Andrew Wiggins stepping up his game down in Golden State, and then Steph just brings that element that he ain't going to lose tonight. You know what I mean? He'll shoot it from 40 feet 5 times in a row and hit it 3 times. That is danger in the NBA. And then LeBron's coming back full throttle with AD, who's now all the way back to being AD. This is going to be dangerous when you're Utah and Phoenix. I swear, at the end of the day, you don't have as much experience as these guys. Yeah, Chris Paul is there, but Chris Paul is a modern-day Charles Barkley in this NBA right now. You know what I mean? And not even Charles-like. You know what I mean? I don't know what to call him. Chris Paul is maybe in a league of his own when it comes to playoffs because he's never, won conference championship, no finals. Come on, man. That's nothing that you can really trust coming into the playoffs. You know what I mean? We know Chris Paul is a year away from coming to the Lakers and actually fulfilling what he's supposed to fulfill because I feel like, eventually Rob Pelinka is just going to let the banana boat on. But D-Wade, you can stay at home, though. You're not coming. So pretty much you can stay at home, D-Wade. But it's all good, though. That's the state of the Lakers for you. The Lakers are flying out to play against the Pacers as well, too. This should be a really good game for the Lakers moving forward, and they should be able to get a good win here, in my opinion. I feel like if they do get LeBron and AD to play in this one, this will be a good tune-up for them. Going against a Pacers team that is chasing the playoffs right now. It might not do anything crazy like a team that's already thinking about Cancun. All right, so let's go and get to your favorite part of the show, the NBA preview for Thursday. All right, so up first, we have ourselves a fun one here, and this is going to be a game that's going to really kind of be a head scratcher a little bit too. This is going to be the Bucks and the Pacers. So Bucks and Pacers coming into this one. You got the Bucks as a -9 favorite right now, and then you have yourself a very fun little over under here with being 242.5. So you got to climb up and try to hit that bad boy right there. So pretty much with that, we have ourselves a very, very fun game. You got a Bucks team that's won their last 4 out of 5. You have a Patriots team that's won their last 3 out of 5. Who has the most to lose at this point? The Pacers. Who's going to probably play harder in this game? The Pacers. So pretty much instead of, chasing a big dog, why don't you just tell yourself this? You'll go ahead and you'll just run it like this, and you'll make it it'll wind up being, say, just a good, nice +8, +9, but that's not the correct line right there. The Pacers are a +9 on the spread today, and it's a 242.5 as well too. So sorry for that. That is not the actual line. The line is a little bit higher, and you guys can see it on the ticker as well too. So with that, I think the Bucks are going to be good money today, and I do have them here as my plus as a +8 here on the ticket as well too. So let's see how it goes, see how it shakes out. We move forward. Let's talk about the Heat and the 76ers. The Heat and the 76ers coming to this one, -2, over under 217.5. Jimmy is looking to get another South championship, and the 76ers are a low dog tonight, but we all know that the 76ers are probably going to be coasting in this game. You don't expect too much in Embiid because you got to save him for the playoffs, because that guy is going to be the end-all, be-all of Philly being a factor in this playoff race as well, too. Yeah, that's great that you got Doc Rivers, the greatest arm folder of all time, but you have to have a guy like Joel Embiid to bring you home. And, Joel Embiid I wish he would have somebody like a Moses Malone, who, rest in peace, in his ear right now with Dr. J, and they could tell him exactly who, what to do and who to be. Ben Simmons and those guys, they really needed those mentors, those fellas from the 80s and everything like that to really help this Philly thing. But they're all right. So we'll see how it goes, see how it shakes out. We got two teams that have won their last 4 out of 5 games, and the Heat have won their last 3 in a row, with the 76ers being dropped in their last game, but they had 4 in a row before that point. So there it is. This should be a good game tonight. I do like what I see here. And you know what? I think that you can trust the Heat tonight in this spot as well, too. So let's go ahead and move forward from there. We got the Spurs and the Knicks. This is a old NBA Finals matchup from about 1999. And these two are going at it tonight. The Knicks are a 5.5-point favorite, and the Knicks are trying to hold tight because the Knicks actually got dropped to the 6th seed when they lost to the Lakers the other night from the 4th seed. So the Knicks are trying to stay afloat and stay in that race. And I'm going to tell you like this: if the Knicks can get that 4th seed and the Nets stay at the 1 seed, it's going to be absolutely insane in New York City. Midtown Manhattan versus Bedford Stuyvesant. It's going to be nuts. I'm telling you. That's going to be must-see TV, in my opinion. And I hope we can make that happen, because Julius Randle is on a revenge tour against the whole NBA right now, and it's fun to watch. I think that you don't say he's the most improved player. You might need to put him in the MVP race because he's playing that good at this point. You got the Spurs coming in here. Spurs are trying to lock down those last 2 spots here in the play-in. They got Greg Popovich. That's going to happen. New Orleans has already been dropped from the contention last night. So at the end of the day, this will wind up being one of the best games in the NBA tonight, because you got 2 teams that are hungry for playoff spots. So we're going to see how it goes, see how it shakes out. But this should be a good game tonight, and I would suggest the scoreboard watch. It's hard to pick a side here. All right, let's move forward to our next game, which will be the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. And right now, I would say this: the Timberwolves from 3 months ago, that was an AAU team. A month ago, they were a JV team. This month, they look like a NBA team. They got a big monster victory the other night against the Pistons, and they covered the spread very nicely for bettors as well, too. And last week, we were able to jump in a spot with the Wolves as a dog, and they were able to get us a good win. They've been playing good basketball because they've realized that they did the right thing by drafting Anthony Edwards, a guy that they thought was going to be a developmental player. But no, he's the perfect fit for your team because you can't trust D'Angelo Russell and his injury history. And then you can't. And then we all know that Karl Anthony Towns is kind of an emotional wreck this season. And I don't mean to be on his head like that, but it's hard when you lose a very close family member, losing his mother and everything like that. I don't know if his focus has been there the whole season, but he's done a great job. But we know Cat to be one of the more exceptional players in the NBA. But this team is building. And I'm just saying this because I'm going to take them tonight with the plus 160. Denver's another team that's already set where they're at. So do they really need to try that hard to win the game? Right. So that's why we're going to go with Minnesota tonight, because Minnesota is trying to build. See, that's what happens with teams that want to be good but can't be good this season because they might not have the players to. But once they get to winning games, it starts feeling good, starts feeling better. Everybody's starting to hang out after the game. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's showing up to practice early or going to shoot around at places on off days. And this is how you start building a team that's going to be able to compete in the NBA. And Minnesota is getting to that point. So that's why I got to take them with the plus 160, because their last games of the season are going to be some of their best games of the season. All right, let's get to the finale of the night, and that's going to be the Blazers and the Suns. And the Blazers look like they're going to pretty much secure that sixth spot. They got a huge win last night against a Utah team that's pretty much coasting at this point because they know that they're going to wind up being the first seed. And the Blazers are playing really good basketball to hold on tight to that sixth seed, because they'll be in a position to be an upset team as well too in the first round, because you see who the third seed is now, and that's going to be that would be Denver now, who's the third seed. And Denver's going to be without Jamal Murray. And we already know that the Blazers have already beat Denver in a playoff series a few years back. So, D. Lillard would love to see them in the first round. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes, see how it shakes out. And the Suns, they're kind of coasting right now. The Suns have dropped two games in a row in California. They they played the Lakers Sunday night, got blew out. Then they blew a lead against the Warriors the 2 nights later. Now they're in the position now to be playing against the Blazers. How much do they need to put in to win this game? They're already the second seed. They can't, move any further than that, really. But at the end of the day, what are they going to do? You know what I mean? Are they really coming to show up to play? Or are they going to make sure that nobody gets hurt? And they have some guys that are dealing with some nagging injuries as well, too. So the Blazers seem like they could be the play, but you know what? Sometimes the Blazers they're a very moody team as well, too. So you never know. So pretty much with that, we will go ahead and examine exactly where we're going to go. But I think that this is going to be a scoreboard watch game, to be dead honest with you. All right. So you guys go ahead and check out Fubo TV. And also, you guys make sure you guys get Fubo TV this weekend for the Figueroa Neri fight. This is going to be huge. You guys can go ahead and get 7 days for free on me, and then you guys can go ahead and have yourselves a mighty good time with that. And also, I got another promo code for you. You guys go ahead and put in the Fubo TV and then put /JB, and you guys will get 15% off on the subscriptions as well too, but you still get your 7 days free. So instead of paying the $55, you wind up paying $30 and some change. So this is a very valuable asset to any sports bettor, any sports fan. Go ahead and check them out. Fubo TV, live TV and sports. Start your free trial today on me, and it's right there in the show description, okay? So with that, we will be right back. This is the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles Live.
Now you and your friends can compete in the sport of kings and win big with Stable Duel. Get the app, pick your horses, and get in on the thrill of horse racing with daily games competing against other players. Bring home the glory and the cash, and move up the annual leaderboard while you leave your competition in the dust. Get in the game with Stable Duel. Play, race, win.
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legendary Doug O'Neill, the trainer of 2 Kentucky Derby winners, and I'll have another in Nyquist. Also trained 2-time Breeders' Cup champ Golden Sense, who are just a part of a long list of thoroughbred champions trained by Doug O'Neill. The Good News Only Racing Club has a young core of horses to look out for in Dennis's Celery, Irish Heatwave, and Notre Dame, just to name a few. Win the day every day with the Good News Only Racing Club, a proud sponsor of the NFL Bet Exchange.
All right, we're back with the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles Live with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. And man, you already know what time it is. Let's go ahead and talk them tickets. All right, so pretty much we have ourselves the MLB Primetime Pick 6. And tonight with the Primetime Pick 6, we got a 52-1 ticket. We're going to start off with the Giants today. They're a plus 105 on the spread. We're going to take them to win by 2 runs or better. Then we have the A's and the Red Sox. As I said before, I feel like both pitchers are going to get tagged up a little bit. I'm going to take the over 9 A's, Red Sox. Then we have the Yankees and the Rays. I know that we have 2 pitchers that, have been giving up some runs and things like that, but I think this winds up being a pretty tame game, and I'm going to keep it up under 8 with the Yanks and the Rays today. And as I said before, my dog of the day, the Rangers in the holy war between with the Astros. So, Houston versus Dallas, but we all know that the Rangers playing Arlington, but Arlington's Dallas. So pretty much, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's going to be a really good game. So let's go ahead and get them Rangers plus 170. And then we have the Reds going to Coors Field tonight. I like them with the minus 140. They're going to also be in our group as well, too. And then we'll finish this up with the Mariners at plus 1.5. And I know this is a very chalky bet, but at the end of the day, it's insurance money. That's all it is, because honestly, the Mariners can win the game outright, but I'm just going to be on the safe side and play the plus 1.5. But for my bettors that say, you know what, I like playing on the risky side, why don't you bet a minus 1.5 on these boys tonight? Get yourself some plus money here as well, too. But that's my ticket right there, 52-1, MLB Primetime Pick 6, and let's see how it shakes out. Let's move on to the hoop court. And in the NBA, we have ourselves the Super High Five tonight at a very good price as well, too. The price of this is going to be the price for this one is going to be for 31-1. And then we also have the Pacers tonight plus 8, the Heat money line minus 135. Over 216.5 Spurs Knicks. Wolves money line as our dog of the day, plus 160, and the over 235 with the Jazz and the Suns today. And single what you like, 31-1. This should be a good game for us moving forward. All right, so you guys go ahead and check out our great sponsors for this, and you guys will go ahead and get your tickets in over there as well too, using my promo code VSXPOP. You guys will receive up to 50% on a match deposit. So if you put up $200, they'll match you with $100, and then now you have a $100 free play, and you can start your sports betting journey today on UWager. All right, so that's going to be a wrap for the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles, with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. As I always say, bet with your head, not with your heart. And the movement is moving, so you guys keep tuning in, okay? Feeling good, feeling great. You guys have a beautiful day. I'll be back to you tomorrow for some great Friday angles as well, too. Be on the lookout. Horsing Around will be available tomorrow as well, too, for Santa Anita. So, hey, there it is. All right, so I am gone.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.